In today's job market, construction management is a field that's almost impossible to replace. It takes professionally trained individuals to turn design on the drawing board into a real-world design that we see today. Students are here to utilize specific skills that they've acquired throughout their high school career to compete against each other for the traveling trophy, which interestingly enough is handmade itself. The day begins with team registration, so that competitors will know who goes where when the time comes for the event to begin. This process goes by quickly, and also allows the incoming teams to preview their workspaces as they cross the event floor, allowing them to consider what they could be faced with. After registration, the teams then unload their equipment and set it up in their assigned workspaces. Each team has their own square taped onto the floor, and during the competition, 3 to 5 builders were not allowed to leave that space if they were working on their structure. Once all teams had the chance to meet together in their work areas and get their equipment unloaded and set up, a brief meeting was called to discuss the roles and responsibilities expected during the competition. During this meeting, the coordinators of the event had the chance to speak directly to the competing teams about not only what the contest was about and how it worked, but also relay the responsibilities that they would need to live up to if they expected to stay in the competition and keep their points. Some of the responsibilities included promptness, quality workmanship, effective communication with a range of personnel, completing as much of the scope as possible, professional approach to the tasks and project, efficient use of resources, cooperation and teamwork, maintaining a clean and safe work area at all times, and leading and assisting in the cleanup of the facility upon the completion of the competition. Emergency procedures were also discussed right before the competition was set to begin. A coordinator would signal when a break was in session by a single blast of an air horn. If an emergency situation were to occur, the air horn would be blasted 3 times, signaling for all competitors to immediately stop what they were doing and put down their tools. Once all rules and terms were specifically laid out for each team, the competition was ready to begin. The competition's runtime was about 6 hours, excluding breaks. The competition was also divided into 2 areas of expertise: carpentry and electrical installation. The teams have to once again remember to complete their projects to the best of their ability, as well as efficiently and responsibly. Judges will take heavily into consideration if anyone isn't doing so, and reserves the right to stop their work and tell them what they did wrong. Another key point for teams to remember is that after each major step, such as finally completing their floor, they needed to have their progress inspected by a judge to make sure that it would be considered safe for general use. If there was a flaw, it would have to be fixed before they could continue working. And now, here's some footage of the competition before the first break. While the competition continued its course, some coaches, teachers, and others related to the construction management field were invited to a professional development meeting not far from the competition room. One thing discussed was the job outlook for construction management, which is actually in very good standing. In 2006, construction managers held 487,000 jobs, 57% being self-employed. This demographic has been projected to increase by 16% during the 2006 to 2016 decade. As previously stated, it is a job that is almost impossible to replace. During the first break, I had a chance to ask a couple students what they thought about construction management. These are some of their statements.
Yeah, I can see using this in the future. It's a good skill to have. It's a trade that not very many people get to use, and it could come very helpful in modeling, building houses. It'd be nice to do.
Students who take the opportunity to learn construction management while in high school are lucky to have that chance. It's not often that a school from the Upper Peninsula offers the course to high school students as it is. As the day progressed, teams began to make more and more progress with their projects. Some were beginning to build the frames to the walls, while some others planned out how to build them. Meanwhile, the electrical installation side of the competition was beginning to wind down to a close. The judges worked each station and inspected to make sure that their circuits were correct and were functioning. One thing that always stands true: good things come to those who are patient. Once the electrical segment was finished, it was now time to move towards the end of the competition. By now, roofs had been assembled, and some teams began to build their structures skyward. This year's top 3 scorers in the competition will take home their piece of well-earned victory. In third place, Dickinson-Iron County Team Number 2. In second place, Ontonagon. And finally, in first place for the third year in a row, Dickinson-Iron County Team Number 1. Whether learning it as a trade or a hobby, construction management will always be a vital career path in our ever-expanding world. Life as we know it would simply not exist the way it does without these individuals making it possible. And with the ambition of students helping ignite the spark early, construction management will be a trade that's built to last. Congratulations to this year's competitors, and good luck to future contestants. Here's a special thanks to those whose contributions helped make our competition possible.